Hello and welcome to another episode of audio-based content, an improv comedy podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Zvifelder. On this show, friends come over and do long-form improv scenes with me. On today's episode, I am joined by Ryan Wood, as we check in on a man who is supposed to be watching over some woodlands.
Michael, hello, Michael. Is that you, Michael?
Yeah. Were you asleep?
Yeah, I was sleeping.
I mean, you're supposed to be keeping watch. I would have hoped that.
It's boring. You're looking at all that's out there is snow.
Oh yeah. Hey, are you getting a transmission? I was just calling to check your comms.
My coffee's done. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, like, are you receiving through the radio? Because I was trying to get through for a while.
Well, I'm talking to you, aren't I?
Yeah. No, we're on the phone though. That's if there's
what's
a down
the
plane.
difference? Phone radio.
Well, here's the
Are you
thing.
telling me if there's like a down plane or something or a snow monster, I'm supposed to not use my phone?
Yeah. Well, it's just they're not going to have their phone.
Who's not going to have their phone?
Someone in help. There's a lot of people out there, and they need you.
They need me?
Yeah, your surrounding area, your area of the forest, like
a forest. It's just snow and so yeah, there's some trees, but my God,
how about
it's a bit
this?
of an overstatement.
How about this? If you go outside right now, if you just get lost in the middle of the night,
okay,
how are you gonna get help?
What do you mean?
I mean,
I'll call 911.
No, you'll take out your radio.
No, why would I take out my radio? I'm talking to you on a phone. I'll take out my phone.
We have the whole radio out there. We have the whole thing.
What does that mean?
We've got megahertz, we've got kilohertz.
Kilohertz and megahertz. I don't know. I'm not good with this tech stuff.
Okay, so
you hired me to be in a cabin and keep watch. There's this metal stuff outside. I don't know.
We just thought you were going to be a better fit for this. We thought you were going to understand the importance of the electromagnetic spectrum and
I don't even know what that is.
Contacting people. So, yeah,
I know that some things are electric, like you plug them in, and I know about magnets.
And that's
like
why we
put
hired
them on
you.
a fridge.
Yeah, and
in your car, right? You can put a magnet on your car, right?
There are already magnets inside of your car.
Inside your car?
Yeah.
No, I mean like on the outside. Like if you take a magnet and put it on your the back of your car, like your trunk, is it gonna stick? You think?
Well, there's plastic parts of your car. There's metal parts of your car.
Plastic parts of your car. Metal parts of your car.
Yeah, now we're getting into the material sciences, and that's really not in your purview for this position. But but still, even if you knew a lot about that,
I don't.
It wouldn't be helpful. We've had a lot of. Listen, some people died. People died?
Yeah. What do you mean?
There was. The news is just starting to find out, but we
Who
found
died?
out. It was this darling little couple on their honeymoon.
A couple?
Yeah.
They were on their honeymoon?
Yeah, they wanted to go on a hike right out to your sector.
Oh, boy.
And
are they in the woods?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't go in the woods. It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary out there.
Have things come for you? Are you safe?
Well, like I tried going in the woods. I had to go to the bathroom at night, and I was outside, and so I went a little bit into the woods, and then I heard, ooh, and then I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here, and then I ran back just pissing all over my feet.
Okay, but here's the thing, though, because we have access to your internet history. We look at all that data, and we've been noticing you've been watching a lot of Scooby-Doo.
Well, yeah.
That's not going to help.
What do you mean?
And also, you might have just walked outside with your phone still playing Scooby-Doo in your pocket. You might have just been hearing the TV show that you watch.
there was it was scored, the experience. Like there's music
Okay.
behind
It's either that
and boing sounds, little boing sounds. Yeah.
stuff like that.
And boing.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, there you go.
Okay. No.
You did that very well.
It seems like that was Scooby Doo, and thank you.
I guess you're right. I got scared. It was just someone committing real estate fraud in a mask, probably. That's usually what it is.
It's frequently about real estate, the hidden
Development,
truth.
some developer.
That's also one of those fan theories.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, if you watch it, it's always a developer.
You know what? I'm.
I mean, when isn't it?
I think there was. Oh yeah, it's always.
He wants to build. A guy wants to build them all.
Or like an amusement park.
An amusement park.
Yeah, because it has to be a haunted house.
Because it's always to scare
It's the
off
place.
prospective buyers or inspectors to get it. He wants to get it condemned. He doesn't want it to get sold. He wants to buy it for a lower price. You know, these are the reasons that Scooby-Doo villain, does what he does.
Scooby-Doo villain. He solved the mystery, it's always real estate's probably the most ethical crime department you can.
I don't know
show
about that.
you can show any of those crimes to children.
Real estate fraud.
Yeah.
So preventing other people from having homes. That's ethical.
This is what I'm getting at. There's children who watch this program. I know you watch it too, but also you shouldn't. Maybe I don't know.
I watch it because I hate real estate fraud.
Oh, so Property Brothers isn't really up your alley.
What's
That's
that?
Well, that's all above board, right? Any sort of
Property.
TV.
I don't watch that. I only watch shows that are drawings.
Oh. I mean, so you don't watch the news? You don't?
No.
I mean, I know you're out in the woods, but you can stay tuned. So you can. What are you gonna do when you get back? Don't you think you're gonna be disoriented?
Disoriented? How?
Yeah, a lot's changed over the last few years.
Well, I mean, I'm just out here in the woods. What's the problem?
I mean, people are changing.
People
literally
are changing
their bodies.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can get modified now.
Modified?
Yeah, they're called mods.
Mods?
Yeah. Let's say you got tennis elbow. Okay.
I do have tennis elbow.
Well, I've got good news.
Okay.
When you come back, I can recommend a great doctor. He's down in Tijuana, but you can. He's got these great titanium implants, and what you can do instead of getting tennis elbow, you could get a tennis award. How about that?
A tennis award?
Yeah. For your great use of your new modified elbow.
They'll put the award inside my arm.
That's also an option. Less
Why
popular.
would I want that?
Hey,
That would hurt. Grind against me.
Listen. It's the
All
modern
the time.
age. You can't judge someone for whatever modification they want to make to themselves.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying it sounds terrible. This doctor has implants himself.
Yeah, I mean he's got these kind of pincher hands.
Pincher hands.
I guess it helps with operation. It's the kind of thing that it freaks me out personally.
Right.
You might not be able to take it. Just with the bombardment of technology and change that's going to hit you when you get back.
I still don't understand what you mean by change. What's going to change for me?
Well, your mother and father, they're very old, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 92 years old.
When I left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, someone at that point in their life isn't going to last much longer. At this point, every post 90.
Wait, what? Are they dead?
No, they're going to live forever. Forever.
They're going to live forever?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
They've made the mod. They've
They've gotten Modified?
Yeah, they modified their bloodstream.
What'd they do?
To
How's that?
Pennzoil.
What's that mean?
You know,
They replace their blood with oil?
suck half of it out. You know, put
Yeah.
it's they called it an oil change.
Oh, God.
You know,
And what's it? Because they're... Oh, so they're like robots now.
yeah, they'll
Like their whole body is a machine?
we try.
They don't have any organic organs?
They try to keep as much of the brain, original biological as possible, but occasionally there's sections that you have to replace with printed circuit boards.
I don't know anything you're saying to me right now.
Okay, well, we were gonna fire you.
You're going to fire me?
Yeah, we were gonna fire you. We were gonna bring you back.
Who else is going to work at out here?
A Borg.
A Borg?
Yeah, one of these cyborgs. They're
A cyborg?
yeah. I mean, you saw movies before you went out there.
The
right?
animated, the ones that are drawn.
You only
I see
did
the drawn
ones.
stuff.
That explains it.
I've seen robots. Like I saw that Iron Giant. So I
you
know
know
about
what I'm
that.
talking- yeah.
And I saw that Wall-E. I do see the computer animated. I don't know though if that's still. I'm like in my head. I'm like it's still drawn, but then there's a part of me that's like, this isn't drawn though.
Yeah, that's why I don't watch
But-
those.
All everything now is computer. So what difference does it make if it's flat?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying about people. Everything's computers. Now your mother and father.
My mother and my father. Wow, they're gonna live longer than me. You're saying?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like you're gonna get a mod, so.
Wait, what? Well, yeah, it sounds freaky to me.
I mean, but isn't dying pretty freaky?
Nah, not really. Sometimes I sit and dream about death, and I just imagine it, and I'm like, how does that feel? And I'm like, I wish I could know. More than anything, I've wished that I could know what death is.
Well, that actually solves a lot of our problems.
What do you mean?
I'm saying if you spend a little bit more time up there, having those special dreams that you have,
Yeah.
and if you were to follow through with a certain decision,
What does that mean?
I mean, it would save us a lot in the food
What is the
shipments
decision?
that we.
What certain decision?
If you get creative enough to find the sweet gentle kiss of death.
Well, at some point, I figure a bear's gonna take me.
If that's simpler for you, go ahead.
I mean, I fuck with them. I fuck with them all the time. I just go up to a bear and I just start throwing fish at its face, but it's like bad fish. So if it either. So the first time, right, there was this one bear. I would throw the rotten fish right in its face, and the bear took it and it like sniffed it and made a face. Like it made a face, and then it still ate the fish. And then like I followed it a little bit, and then later it got real sick. It started shitting and puking all over the place. And then a week later, I see the same bear. I throw rotten fish in its face again, and it just looks at it, and then it looks at me, and then just walked away. Can you believe that?
Oddly, yeah. I can kind of picture that with everything else that you've been up to. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if maybe like now he's intimidated by me.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, good.
You gave a bear food poisoning.
What's the problem?
What a piece of shit thing to do.
What do you mean?
Why? Is this because like he scares you at night?
He's a bear.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, Scooby-Doo scares me at night.
Oh yeah. It's only the TV show. Yeah, you should just go ahead and go out at night now. Now that you're not afraid of bears and you're not afraid of the night out.
Yeah. Turns out it was just Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
So I'll try going in the woods.
Well, you got to repair this relationship with the bear.
Repair the relationship with the bear? I don't know about that.
I feel like I'm supposed to complete some sort of rhyme here, but yeah.
No, I think you did already.
More of an A-B type,
Oh,
prose. I don't know. But if we were to give you one final assignment, it would be to restore the habitat that you've disrupted. Why would you poison the bear?
What do you mean?
He hadn't done anything.
He was a big old bear.
He was a big, gentle giant.
I'm a small man.
And that's the third reason we can't have you up there anymore.
What do you mean?
We realized after the fact that your height capacity isn't. You can't reach the top knobs. A whole section of the station's been off.
You don't
just
need to reach them. I poke them though with the broom. Don't they turn? I mean, they look like they turn.
Something
that one knob
turns.
came off, but
We got for 2 days. We were just listening to Ted Nugent. I don't know how you did it, but you just put Channel 3 all just Ted Nugent.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even like Ted Nugent.
Yeah, and we don't either.
I wasn't listening to Ted Nugent. It was an accident.
Listen, we don't have any stools up there.
I know, that's very strange. I noticed that. There's no step stools or stools. There's one real big ladder, but I can't even get it inside. It's so big.
Yeah, that's the outdoor ladder. So we
It's
prefer
so
if
big.
I know you can't. You get it halfway in the building, and the other half still outside, but you're touching the wall. And
Yeah, I tried to use it just to get on the roof. I have to put that ladder at like a 30-degree angle from the ground. You see what I'm saying? And then travel the great distance of the ladder. Because if I put it at a normal ladder angle, I'm like 10, 15 feet above the roof.
it's really easy to miss your exit on a tall ladder.
It's like a third, fourth floor ladder.
Yeah, and we were envisioning some sort of like earthquake scenario where you get trapped like below the post somehow. But yeah, listen, boss here at HQ, he's a pretty anxious guy. It's just he's got a lot of superstitious stuff like that.
Oh.
It's no stools inside because
No stools inside.
he saw $1 Million Baby.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one where the boxer lands on her neck breaks on a stool.
The only thing I know about a boxer is I think Bugs Bunny boxed somebody once.
Yeah, probably.
And there was a Goofy. I did see a thing where Goofy got taught how to box. And he was very bad at it. It was pretty hysterical, actually. The narrator going on about how to box somebody and Goofy doing all the steps, but doing them so wrong and hurting himself.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate the attention to detail and
kinda
this
relate to
animation
Goofy.
analysis. Sometimes that's what we think about you.
What do you
Over
mean?
here too. Yeah, we draw pictures of you. You'd love it, actually.
I would?
Yeah, we draw pictures of you
Oh, I love drawings.
and how we think you look.
Oh,
Like minusculely short.
I am pretty short.
Yeah. And we love that about you. It makes us laugh so hard.
Yeah. And it is weird because I'm also wide,
Yep. You are a cartoon.
but thin.
We started just tracing actual photos of you. We didn't
Yeah.
even modify them at first, but then we just got bored of that. So now we do caricatures.
Yeah,
but
I kind
they
of have
look
a
more
body
realistic.
like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah.
It's kind of what my body's like.
Do you feel good? Like,
Yeah.
because it's completely bizarre.
Yeah, I feel good.
There's too many right angles.
Well, I mean,
We figured-
I don't look exactly like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, it's more like your head is kind
I
of
just
jutting
mean
out
I'm
of the top
wide,
of
short,
him.
and somewhat thin.
Well, yeah, once
You guys
again, body
send-
mods. Just
You guys send so much fish up here.
honestly, that was one of our first attempts to kill you.
What?
We figured if
You thought I was going to eat all that fish?
yeah we figured
It's
the
too
fish
much.
was gonna go rotten and you'd be dumb enough to eat it.
No, you kept sending more fish.
Yeah,
It was like you thought I was bigger than I am. I can't eat that much fish.
and
I eat one fish will do me for like 2 days. 2-3 days.
I can't help but feel responsible for the bear incident now.
And there's fish in the river.
Yeah, but you don't. We know you don't go outside. You're not gonna. Have you caught a fish?
No.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if at least you developed some sort of outdoor skill while you're out there.
Well, there was this one day where I was having trouble getting a signal, so I did like wander off looking for a signal, and I found a man.
And did they need help? Were they lost?
No, they seem to know exactly where they are.
Oh, well, we invite the population to explore this area of the forest, and we only needed you because it was so
Right.
rare that anyone goes out there. So much.
He came back to the cabin.
Oh, okay, good. So you took care of him. He was safe and.
Yeah, he messed with the. He was really interested in all the mechanisms and the transmissions and everything, and he hooked up all this neat-looking equipment to it. He had this strange accent, and he hooked up all this neat-looking equipment to it, and like stayed there for a day, like a month.
Yeah.
Maybe a month and a half, 2 months, maybe even 3, 4, 5, maybe.
I mean,
6,
that's good.
possibly a year. Anyway, and he was like messing with all the equipment and doing all these things, taking all these notes. He was always on the phone, receiving packages from dropped from planes. It was a really interesting experience. This guy was pretty interesting. And then one day he was gone.
Do you still have the equipment? Because
Nope, all of it was gone. It was like he was never here.
a lot of like wires and antennas, or
No.
was this more of a what?
It was like he was never here, except there was a gift for me that he left. It was wrapped with a ribbon and a card. It was very, very neat.
And you opened it,
Of course.
yeah?
Well, I read the card first because I'm polite.
Well, what'd that say?
The card?
Yeah.
It didn't have any words. It was just a picture. See, this guy knew me. He lived with me for like year and a half. Who knows? And well, it was just a drawing. And it was a drawing of a hawk holding a clock.
What does that mean? Was that a signal? Okay, so first of all, spy. He was a spy.
What?
Obviously,
What do you mean?
you're describing some sort of spy man.
Uh,
You've seen cartoons. There's tons of spies in cartoons.
yeah, like in Bullwinkle,
Or like Johnny Quest,
Johnny Quest.
you know?
It's true. Tintin,
Even Pink Panther,
Pink
for
Panther,
Christ's sake.
Tintin. There's spies.
So you would I
Lots
feel
of
like you would
spies.
recognize a spy type situation.
No, well, he was real nice. They don't tell you that about. Whenever you see spies in the things, they're like wearing black and being all like, "Oh, hello, mister. I'm here to destroy everything." They always tell you what they're doing. This guy never. He was like, "Hey, I'm a guy. I like you." And I was like, "Hey, I don't hear that much." And he's like, "Show me where you live." And I was like, "Oh, all right."
Wow. Well,
And then,
you know what?
Went from there.
That might have been what the whole Ted Nugent thing was. Wait, can you give me dates on when he came
No.
over?
No, I don't keep the. And, I know you guys put a calendar here, but it's like I lose track. If I don't mark it
that's
every
what a
day-
calendar's for.
But if I don't mark it every day, I'm like, how many days has it been since I marked it? And I don't know. And then so I just stop. I give up.
I can't imagine you're
gave up.
that busy.
I gave up January 13th.
That's like a leap day, isn't it?
January 13th.
I don't know. When do you get a leap day?
At the end of February,
You're right.
every 4 years.
Hey, you sure know a lot about calendars for not marking off a calendar.
Well, I just know that because February is the only month that doesn't have the 30
It's
or
an
31
odd month.
days.
Yeah. Suspicious.
February?
Just like that guest that you had up at the cabin.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, Spy. That seems crazy.
Also, we didn't get to what was in the box.
Oh. It was beautiful.
Was it suspicious?
It was a crystal sculpture, right?
Like Indiana Jones and the Crystal
What?
Skull?
It wasn't a skull.
No?
No.
Okay. Well,
It was a hand coming out of like a flower pot holding the planet Earth and kind of squeezing it.
okay. So a hawk and a clock.
And there was some symbol on the wrist of the hand.
Well, what kind of symbol?
It was a hawk, I believe.
Oh, Jesus. On any other part of this sculpture, was there a clock? Maybe on the earth part of it?
Yeah.
Maybe on the earth?
Yeah.
What-
The Earth was like, because it was crystal, right? So it was transparent. On the inside of the Earth was a clock. And it had the same time as the clock on the card.
What was that time?
Like 6:15.
Like 6:15.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means.
Oh.
But,
Yeah, I just thought it was nice.
yeah.
It was real nice. That's why I was like, that's not a spy. They never do that in the cartoons.
But
They
wait.
never have the spies leave a...
You're station 615.
Yeah. Yeah. I never put that together. I was like, time,
How would-
place. I don't think those are the same.
And that guy knew that you were at station 615.
Uh-huh.
And then you didn't see him carving this, did you?
No. And he didn't, I don't think he had it when he got here. But like I said, he received strange packages from planes and helicopters and drones.
Well, we
drones.
were giving those to you. Those were
Well,
our
he was-
deliveries.
He was getting stuff, definitely. So it would come in these black camouflage ones.
I feel like if it's black, it doesn't have to be camouflaged.
It was somehow
it-
both.
Yeah? And you could see him coming down,
I could see him coming down.
but that kind of proves that it's
And
better
he would talk on the
camouflage.
phone a lot in this language I've never heard.
If you could give us some sort of... Is there any sort of semblance to a language that you're familiar with?
No.
So, extraterrestrial?
I wouldn't go that far.
No, not an ET kind of style.
No.
No, none of
No,
that.
he did keep saying the phrase "Glockst." He said that over and over again.
Was this before or after the fish?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're just once again. There's been a lot
The
of
fish
food
with the
poisoning.
bear?
Yeah, the spoiled fish.
This was all
the extra-
This was all before that.
That was pre-fish. Oh,
Oh, I threw that fish at that bear like 2 weeks ago.
and you lived with a probable spy for maybe close to a year.
Year and a half, year and 3/4, maybe 2 years.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna need. We don't just rent the place out.
He took a
Like-
lot of pictures. And then there was one point where he even
Okay.
hooked up this giant printer to all his stuff. And then he was like printing out all this stuff, all kinds of stuff. There was words, maps, photographs, all sorts of stuff. It was incredible. And then he would take. I've never seen this before. He had all these like metal cassette looking things, and he would put them in this device, and then just like for hours and hours, he told me he was putting files on it, transmitting information.
Very candid, this gentleman. Oddly candid for someone you don't know about, but
Well, I mean, like I said, it was a long time. Man, that he was there.
I mean,
He was doing all this for months and months, and I would just sit there and watch and eat corn nuts, and then eventually I was like, after a few months, I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, you clearly aren't going to tell anybody or anything because nothing's happening. And he goes, I'm putting information on here. And I go, oh. I figure if somebody's doing something, they're allowed to do it.
Well,
Like those kids at the lake, like them.
your lake?
Yeah, the lake that you told me to watch over.
There's kids coming out to that lake?
Oh yeah, all the time.
How do they get there? That's like a 50-mile hike.
In the woods, yeah.
Yeah. And
Kids out there all the time.
That can't be.
All
You got to get those kids out of there.
I can't do that.
Did
They're all on drugs.
you? Hey, you had help. You had your spy friend for a
What do you
year.
mean?
He could have helped you.
With the kids?
Why?
That is not his job. It's my job.
You couldn't.
It is my job. That is my job.
Yeah, and you weren't doing it.
Well,
You weren't doing your
That's
job.
true, but it's
and
not
also
somebody else's
you're
job.
subleasing to a spy for a year.
I wasn't he wasn't paying me.
You could, yeah, but we're not. We it's in your contract.
He's keeping me
You can't-
company.
Yeah, if we
was
want
nice.
you to have company, we send you company.
Well, you didn't.
Well, maybe if you had used the radio, you could
I
have.
don't know. Why can't I just call?
We only reserve this line for firing.
What?
We can't. We don't want
What?
everyone.
What?
We don't want everyone else to listen on.
Wait,
on the
what?
show. Okay. Are you going through a tunnel? Is that the situation?
No, I'm flabbergasted. I'm stunned.
Wow. It sounded sarcastic, honestly.
What?
There you go again.
It's a genuine reactions.
You mean February?
Genuine. What?
Would you? Oh, I thought you said January.
No, genuine.
Oh, okay.
January reactions? Is that what you thought I said? Or January reactions? Januactions.
You know, the more you say all of those, I feel like it was none of those.
Yeah. I don't understand, though. I think you should just let me keep doing my job.
Well,
you don't
here's
really
the thing.
have to even pay me. Just let me keep. Here's the thing. I'm gonna stay here, and I don't think you're gonna send anybody else out here. So.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm just
we'll
gonna be here.
send someone to get you out of there. You're a small man. I might just come there, and pick you up, in your square body. It would be easy. There's a lot of good handholds on you. I just pick you up and take you out of there. Would you like that to happen? That's the route we're
Why
on
would
right
you
now.
do that? You're gonna come all the way out here?
Because we hired you for a job
Yeah.
that unfortunately it's our fault, but you're incompetent in this position.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's flabbergasting to you.
Whoa. Yeah.
Okay, tell us go ahead and tell me, how good of a job were you doing?
Excellent.
What's
Couldn't
here? I'll be
better.
I'll be your future new employer. Where would you like to work after this? Let's just hypothetically.
Where would I like to work?
Yeah.
Like if I
after
could work
this.
anywhere?
Yeah, if you could, your next job.
Let me think about it.
Maybe animation?
No.
No? Maybe espionage?
I think I'd like to work at Six Flags.
Okay. So if I were saying, hi, what makes you, give me an example of previous work experience that would show that you know how to run the Six Flag ride.
The ride. How do I run the ride?
Yeah.
I had a job where for years I lived in a cabin in the woods. And they would send me shipments and I would be there all by myself and just eat the food they send me and watch over the place. And I did great at that. So you should hire me for this.
So show me an example of initiative that you performed in your previous job.
Initiative.
Yeah.
One time when I encountered a bear in the woods and I threw rotten fish in his face.
See, that's not gonna in the modern job market. That's
Okay.
that's not
I got
gonna fly with
another. I got
anyone.
another one. I've been here a long time. I got plenty of initiative.
So
There was one day it was raining, and it was leaking from the roof. So I went up to the roof with the big ladder, right? And I took a bunch of those fish, and I just shoved them in the hole, and it stopped leaking.
you're very creative with the fish, but Are they still there?
What, in the ceiling?
Yeah, you just left fish in your ceiling?
Yeah. It stinks. I don't ever go up to the second floor anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Stinks.
Okay, so you damaged the building. You've
Well,
misused
that was a long
vital
time
supplies.
ago, and actually that fella that you speak so poorly of
Yeah, the spy.
nice man
Also,
got
you're
rid of the fish, fixed the roof.
That was that part of the present?
No, he did that within the first month.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he had enough of the odor, and he really utilized that room. Afterwards, after he got the fish out and cleaned it up and fixed the roof, he put so many. I've never seen so many computers.
That's weird because downstairs it sounded like a lot of 80s technology. So I guess he probably wanted the good stuff upstairs.
Yeah,
That's where he did his real work.
yeah, and then he installed all these satellite dishes outside.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm starting to get a little concerned about something because this is something that you wouldn't know, but
What?
It was only 2 months ago that the president was assassinated.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Of the United States?
Yeah. Mr. George S. Simpson. He's dead now.
That's who was president?
And it was, yeah. Oh,
George S. Simpson.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been here for the election either.
Yeah, I've been out here. I haven't been paying attention.
You know.
When I came in here, it was still Lisa Strongsworth that was president.
Yeah. I mean, forgettable name, but you know,
Strongsworth?
she did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And you know, she already served her two consecutive terms. So
Right.
everyone wanted her to come back as soon as the president died, but
Didn't happen.
you know, the rules forbid.
So you're gonna let me stay here?
Well,
Right? Come on.
right now
Come on. I'm doing great.
we're thinking this is if the information that you leaked led to the president's assassination, we're kind of.
What?
I think we might actually have to keep you out there for a while. Keep this under wraps.
Oh, great.
If anyone else came by the station, you would.
Oh,
you
man.
wouldn't tell anybody
Well,
about any
look,
of that.
There's no
right?
way that this was all just for one little thing like that. So.
Well, you just wouldn't know. You
Yeah, you're
just wouldn't know. You just
You're
don't
right.
read or watch the news.
Well, yeah, but when some of these maps I saw, they were of all of America with all these different places circled and different information written next to them.
Yeah. I mean, we relay a lot of information
a lot of
through these
X's, a lot of red X's.
And-
well, he would draw on them. The
bullseyes.
maps. He would draw on the maps. You see. And write
Oh, that's why he was
notes.
printing them out.
Yeah.
Okay. So modifying the information that we'd had.
Yeah, and he would write he would circle a place, and then write a thing, and then sometimes he would say because he would write in English words. Sometimes he would write target, words like that, words like estimated casualties, words like necessary ammunition, words like necessary tools, things like that, and then dates. We put dates next to him. Always in the future.
He was planning. This actually.
Well, in the future then.
You don't remember any of
It
these
was in the
names,
future
do you?
then, I suppose. Some of them probably passed already.
Oh yeah, no, I'm personally tying things together here, and I'm seeing how things are starting to line up,
Okay.
and
So you're gonna let me stay here?
yeah, I think
All
it's
right.
in both
Can
of
you
our
send something
interests.
other than just fish?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, what would what's
I
in
don't
your
know, like a
wheelhouse?
steak.
A steak.
Lamb.
See, it just
Can
doesn't.
you get
keep-
lamb?
No.
Cheese?
We've tried. Well, we can do some cheese.
Yogurt?
Yeah, anything prepaid.
Greek yogurt.
Small
Greek yogurt.
packages is what we're moving into. So
Oh, I like those giant
Just
tubs
like-
of Greek yogurt.
no, it's going to be a Yoplait style, just mini. Like,
Okay, that's fine.
it's
That's
really.
fine.
I need you to understand for this because you're going to be there a while. We're thinking maybe.
How about peaches? Fresh, soft, ripe peaches.
Okay.
Raspberries, perfectly kept there.
What we can do, and we've done this in the past. What we can do is give you the necessary farming equipment to long-term produce those for yourself.
All right,
But
that sounds good.
hey, we wanted you to take up a hobby. You don't got anything going on.
I watch the Scooby Doo,
Yeah. But how many times?
and sometimes I go watch the kids shoot up at the lake.
Oh, there were drugs there.
Yeah, I thought I mentioned that.
Yeah. Oh no. See, this is really bad.
I don't ever do it.
So if we're
I
gonna
don't ever
keep
do
you out
it.
there, you need to be able to
I don't ever do it.
perform accurate.
I don't do it. They do it, and I just kind of watch them. I don't let them know I'm there. I watch them from like a tree.
Yeah, no, we don't want. If you are going to watch the children, please continue to do it in the tree. We can't have anyone see you.
Okay.
But also, please don't look at children.
Watch them shoot up.
I just look at them in general. If you're aware of their presence, just kind of give them some space.
So you want me to literally turn my back and just turn a blind eye, if you will?
Really, that's all that you've been taking an active participant's role in a blind eye already. So
Well, no, it's a present eye and a shut mouth. You see?
see,
Because they're just
we
kids.
need you to
They're
tell
just
us when this
kids.
happens.
You want me to tell you every time kids shoot up at the lake?
Hey, let me tell you a story.
Okay.
When I was 9 years old, when I was a 9-year-old who was 9 years old, I went into the forest with my friends.
Wow.
I had a lot of friends that I respected.
Wow.
Friends from the football team. Friends,
Really?
Yeah, friends from the cheerleading squad.
Whoa.
They were really cool kids. And I was a very impressionable 9-year-old. They were a little bit older than me.
Uh-huh.
We're talking end of high school.
Right.
And
Whoa.
very...
You're 9 and
yeah.
they're 17?
Well, here's the thing. I was a very cool kid.
Wow.
For a 9-year-old.
That's cool.
I was very cool. And they picked up on it. And so we all went out. And I wanted to fit in so bad.
Oh, no.
I saw Drake. Drake always had he had every cheerleader. Any girl he wanted. Always his. And he took a liking to me. He said, hey, big fella, you're gonna, when you get to my grade, when you're a senior, you're gonna be twice as cool as me. I'm gonna show you everything right now. And I can just tell it. He was my idol. And then
Wow.
then he took out one of those needles.
Yeah?
Yeah. And he poked it right in my arm,
Oh, wow.
thus starting 25 years of turmoil.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah. I did. It took getting this job. It took getting out to the wilderness and giving something back to get me back on track.
I'm moved. I'm moved by your story. The next time I see those kids shooting up,
First of all,
I'll
know
drown
that
them in that lake.
well, they're very cool kids. All of those kids out there are irresponsibly cool. And
Oh.
if we find out, if the public finds out that cool kids die in
So
our
don't
national
drown them in
parks,
the lake.
No, we can't. We just can't.
Take the, what do I do?
You go talk.
Do I go,
to 'em.
hey, cool kids, I'm cool like you.
No, because
Don't
that won't
don't
be true.
do drugs.
That part, that might, they're not going to want to hear it. But every little bit that you can seep in, just plant that seed.
Tell them not to do drugs, is what you're saying.
In a roundabout way. It's kind of like, think of it like cool pastor style. Like, don't sit someone down, like lay into them on the verses.
Right.
Just kind of like vaguely.
Hey, drugs. Oh, what's that? Maybe do something like that.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, I don't know what that does.
Yeah.
Does it hurt you? Like, make them tell me.
Yeah. Like, what are...
Is
what are
it
the side effects?
dangerous?
Yeah. What are the consequences?
Yeah, there you go.
That critical risk
See?
assessment.
I can do this. I like that we're talking. I'm keeping my job. This has been great. I'm going to get back to my nap, though.
Hey, if you got to rest up, like,
yeah.
I mean, if you come across those kids, we can't have you kind of sleepily encouraging them.
All right, sounds good.
So, yeah, go ahead and
take
rest
it
up.
easy, Michael.
All right. Let us know if you need anything.
Yeah, call me anytime.
All right. Love you.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to that episode of audio-based content. You can see my guest, Ryan Wood, in his improv group, Freeform Fellas, performing September 8th at 6 p.m. at the Nashville Shakespeare Festival. I am now realizing this is the exact same time and day as the Third Coast Lab, where you can see me perform at Third Coast Comedy Club. So it appears as though next Sunday, September 8th, you have some choices. You can come see the Third Coast Lab, where I'm performing, or you can see this new group, Freeform Fellas. And man, they're a great group of improvisers, so it's a real tough choice. If you can figure out how to split your body in two, go to two places at the same time, well, that's the ideal thing to do. Otherwise, no matter what, you're missing out on something. I feel like I'm missing out just by being in the Third Coast Lab. I'm going to miss out on this great Freeform Fella show. I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss these fantastic improvisers perform. Well, what are you going to do? You can't see everything. September 19th, audio-based content is doing another live recording with special guests Allie Baker, Mike Garvin, and Charlie Allen at Third Coast Comedy Club. You can see my art and buy comics. I'm trying to put new stuff up on there regularly, but I gotta say, a lot of times I'm pretty exhausted, so the last thing on my mind is uploading items to my Etsy shop. But I do, yeah, so, check that stuff out at AARON-ZVI-FELDER.com. Thank you for listening. Please, guys, subscribe. Rate, review, do these things. People don't do these things. When I send people messages saying, hey, go review the podcast, go rate the podcast, then they go do it. But this is me prompting you. Pretend that me saying this now, even though you probably already stopped listening, pretend that me saying this now is me directly sending you a text message telling you to go rate, review the podcast. Huh? What do you think? Would you do that? Please, would you do that for me? All right. Thank you for listening.